Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is going to be a really huge unboxing. With amazing stuff, actually. I'm super excited about this one. This is another from Stackry. I've been collecting a bunch of orders from Stackry, and they finally arrived. And there's some really cool things in this. This is going to be really awesome. I gotta say, I've been sending a lot of stuff to Stackry. And this is going to be a really exceptional unboxing. So stay tuned. I'm going to open up the box and show you what's inside. So you can see like how many, it's just like a ton of comics. Okay, so that's the first lot. Three more packages. So a lot of packages to go through. It is going to be a pretty wild unboxing because it's just a lot of pretty major stuff. So as I said, like in other videos, I get a lot of stuff sent to Stackry because they won't ship it to Canada, or the shipping to Canada is just bloody expensive. And it's just easier to get it sent to the US, to a US address. And this is my way of doing it, where I just send a whole bunch of stuff to Stackry. They stack it all up, they consolidate the package, and then they send it to me. So I'm really enjoying this method of getting comics because it just really cut down the cost. Like, I was spending a fortune. I was spending almost more on shipping than I was on comics. It was just crazy. So this new system of just having a method where I can just get stuff sent in the US is really great. I really enjoy it. Kind of bad for me in terms of my shopping addiction because I buy a lot more stuff now, but it allows me to get a lot of comics that I would normally not be able to get. So I kind of happy about that. So one sec here, I gotta get through all this bubble wrap. They did a really great job of bagging everything, but it's just getting through it all is a little hard. Okay, hopefully that worked. I think I loosened it enough to get the comics out. Okay. Okay. So, some of these are kind of interesting. One sec here. I gotta organize it. It's a little bit crazy the way that they mixed it all up. Okay, so I bought a series. This is kind of a weird one. And it won't make any sense, but it makes sense to me. This is called Suicide Girls. It's actually an adult website. And just to give you a little bit of background, because you'll think, why is he getting these adult comics? This company, I actually went to a convention because I was promoting technology that I had. I had this search engine technology, and I was going to make one of the, actually I did make the very first adult search engine where you could actually search for adult content. It was a very odd thing, but I made that way back when. And I met some of the girls from this company. So when I saw that there was a comic series, I thought, hey, why not get the comic series? So that's the explanation behind this. So they had a whole bunch of these kind of Suicide Girl covers. That was number 3. Here's another number 3. Just alternate covers, I guess. Just another cover. So it's just like, these are girls from the website, basically. Another cover. And it's kind of like goth adult, like goth, but sort of softcore adult content. And it's another Suicide Girl one. So these are all kind of weird. And then we got one more. Suicide Girls. I don't know. So it's kind of weird, but it was just like a little collection. It wasn't really that expensive, so I thought, hey, why not? You know, I thought it was kind of cool. And then I got this one. this is like an homage to so science fantasy, but it's like with Archie. I just really like this cover. I believe the original cover is Falstein, but this is just a really great cover. I just really like the cover. So I just really like those homage covers. And then we got another one. This is part of my Dave Stevens collection. This is the Betty Page one. And somebody told me that the guy that's the photographer in the background is Dave Stevens' self-portrait. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's what somebody told me. So I thought this was kind of very sexy and cool. Betty Page cover. That's for, I believe this is from a company called Jetpack. And they did kind of like these alternate covers. And this is actually for the Rocketeer. So not really, it's not a Betty Page cover. It's actually a cover for the Rocketeer series. And one that actually I tried to get from my local comic book shop, but it was sold out when I tried to buy it, was this one, The Rise. I'm a big zombie fan, and I missed out on this when it came out. So I was able to pick it up for a reasonable price. I think it was like $5, $10. It was in that range. And that was from Heavy Metal. Actually, the guy that, just to back on this one a bit, the guy that created this, it has George C. Romero. That's actually the son, I believe, of the guy that wrote the original Walking Dead. Not The Walking Dead, Night of the Living Dead. From the 1960s movie, the black and white one. That's a brilliant movie. Everyone should watch that movie. It's pretty great. Just a really brilliant movie. So this is the son, and he created a comic series. So I thought that was kind of cool. Okay, so next one. This is a SOTI book. This is a great one. Authentic Police Cases. And this is, I believe it's number 3. Yeah, number 3. So this is a SOTI book. SOTI, for those who don't know, is the Seduction of the Innocent. And these are the books that really influenced the end of the Golden Age. So, you know, these ones were seen as something that was destroying the minds of kids. So this is one of those books. Really rare book. Actually, the funny thing is, later, after me buying this, it was up on Heritage as part of the Promise collection, and it sold for a fortune. I was like, whoa, it was very expensive. I didn't pay that much though, fortunately. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. And then we got this one. This is Green Lantern 188. And this is the first appearance of the Living Planet. Now, there's a movie that I really, really enjoyed. It was a cartoon animated movie about Green Lantern. And there's just one story in it that I thought was just so brilliant. I'll tell you kind of the synopsis of the story. It was basically, there was this guy, and, you know, he was like the best fighter in the world, you know, in the universe. And he was going around challenging other people that claimed that title. And he was like, you know, and he would destroy them, basically. And he wanted to find the ultimate fighter to beat. And they said, well, you got to go to this planet. Go to this planet, and you can find this ultimate fighter. And he's like, okay, I'll go there. And he takes a spaceship and he goes over to this planet. And when he does that, he's like searching the planet. He can't find this ultimate fighter, this being that's supposed to be the best, you know, most powerful, fighter. And it turns out that it's the planet itself that is that ultimate fighter. It's like, it just destroys him because it's a planet that's, you know, and he has no hope against a planet. So I thought that was pretty cool. Very cool story. I like the Green Lantern movie. So that was Green Lantern number 188. Now, I got a collection of Elvira, and the reason I got it was actually I wanted the Dave Stevens covers. So it was actually cheaper to buy the whole collection than to get the individual ones. So this is the number 1 special, Christmas special. And then I actually have this one already, but I got another copy. And this is Elvira House of Secrets, or House of Mystery number 1. And I believe this is a Bollard cover, kind of a cool cover. And then we got number 2. These are, I really like these Elvira ones. I actually liked Elvira TV series when it was on. It was basically like, she'd be like sort of like the crypt keeper, and she would just sort of comment about different movies that she'd watch. She would watch all these black and white movies and just make fun of them, basically. I like the series. So this is Elvira number 3. Number 4. Number 5. There's 11 in the series, so you're going to see me go through them all. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. And Elvira was kind of like a very busty, that was her calling card, so you'll notice that throughout these. This is number 9. Number 10, just her acting as a school teacher, kind of cool. And number 11, this is the key. This is actually the key of the series. So number 1 is considered a key, and this one. This is number 11, where it's Dave Stevens. You can see that it says that right there. And you can see he was a master of, these covers. I just love his cover art. So that's Dave Stevens' cover. So that's that was the reason for that one. So there's still more. Okay, so let's go through the next one. Okay, this is a Captain America lot. And I forgot some of the reasons for some of these. Let me see. Okay, this is the first appearance of the Tumbler. It was just a lot that I found where somebody was selling a whole bunch of Captain Marvels. And they just happened to have some kind of cool first appearances. So this is the first appearance of the Tumbler. And this is Captain Marvel 169. And then we got 170. And not sure if there was something important about that one. But then we got 171. And that has the Black Panther. This is the key. 172. This is the first appearance of the new Baron Zemo. So that's that one. And then we got, sorry, that was 168. Sorry, 168. And then we got 172. I forgot if this has anything special about it. I'm not sure. You can comment below if this has anything special about it. And then we got 174. 175. You'll notice it's just a little short run that they were selling, so I got that complete run. And then 177 and 178. So that was a nice little run. Actually, it was cheaper to buy the entire run than it was to get just the one Baron Zemo first appearance. Which is what I wanted from the collection. So it's kind of cool. I always like when you can get like, a little run of comics for a good price. So that was kind of nice. Okay. And so we got another Dave Stevens one. This is another Jetpack one where they do these kind of like sexy covers. I kind of like these. And then we got another cool, this is actually a set of comics. This is Betty Page, Queen of the Nile, number 1. And number 3 is on the back, but in number 2 is in the middle. I would have to open it up, but I'm not going to do that because it'd be too awkward. I'll do that afterwards. But this series is, I've read this series. It's kind of fun. It's, kind of campy. But yeah, Betty Page, Queen of the Nile, number 1 and number 3. You can see the kind of covers. I actually posted these ones on my Instagram because I thought they were just so cool. And then we got another one. This is a Golden Age one. Got this for a really good price. At least I thought it was a good price. I found that you could get it cheaper afterwards, but it's the Kilroys. I just thought it was a really kind of cute cover. So this is the Kilroys number 12. I just thought it was a nice kind of reminded me of Archie a bit, the style. And yeah, I thought this was funny. The early Kilroys are kind of interesting because they have Kilroy was here, which, if you know anything about the Second World War, it used to be that military men in the U.S. Army would tag different things with Kilroy was here, and it was like a little symbol that they would put. and it was a way of sort of kind of relaying the fact that the U.S. Army had advanced that far. It was kind of a cool little history thing, but they kind of paid homage to it, that activity in these comics, and these are Golden Age comics. So this is Kilroy's number 12. Okay, and the last one of that little group of comics is harder to get out. One sec here. a little bit of cutting involved. Oh, okay. This is another Dave Stevens cover, and this is Twisted Tales. I forgot what number. I believe it's just Twisted Tales. So this is another Dave Stevens cover. Not one of my favorite, actually. I don't necessarily really like this cover as much as some of the other ones. I do like the woman in it. I just don't like, I don't know. Something about it. It's not one of my favorite Dave Stevens. But, you know, what do you think? Is it a good Dave Stevens cover or not? I actually like the Elvira one better. But yeah, so this is Dave Stevens' Twisted Tales. And I'm not sure what the number is. I don't think it has a number. But, okay, so that's that box of comics. And then there's another bag. It's a lot of, I think it was like 20 orders. So you can see that it's a lot of comics. It was just such a savings. Like, it saved me a couple $100 just on shipping alone. So much savings. Okay, so then we get, okay, these ones are kind of cool. So this is Usagi Jimbo number 20 and 21. This is sort of the first cameo appearance of this character. I forget her name. I'm trying to remember her name. But she's a character that they're suggesting that might be in the next Usagi Jimbo Space Usagi Jimbo series. So it's just a character that got introduced in this one. And then she, made her full appearance. I believe that's the logic behind it. Or this one might be her first full appearance. I'm not sure. But yeah, so she is like a character that is kind of hot. It's one that actually I regret. I could have picked it up at my local comic book shop. And I went back the next day to try to pick it up after not picking it up the first day. And it was sold out. So I kind of had to get it from eBay. And it was still like, it was like a $5 comic. It wasn't like super expensive, but I just felt like I'd missed out when I could have gotten it for cover, or a little bit less than cover, because my local comic book shop sells things less than cover, which is nice. Okay, so that's all the raw comics. And now I'll get into some of the slabs. There's a bunch of slabs. And okay, this is the first slab. It's a little hard to get out. They wrapped it really well. And then Stackry, so when Stackry sends things, they try to wrap it extra well. And they keep some of the original packaging just to keep that extra level of protection. So it's almost like doubly protected, which is nice. Oh, wow. So I was mentioning that this is a really big unboxing. I mean, when I say really big, I mean there's some major grails. This is a major grail that I'm about to show. I just have to get it out of the final little bit of cardboard that's holding it in. One sec here. This is a major grail. And this is one I've actually talked about before. And I actually bought before. I actually had ordered it and paid, I paid $10,000 to get it originally. And it was a higher grade, but it was restored. And the guy didn't sell it to me in the end. He refused the deal. And he basically refunded the money. So I was kind of upset about that. But I ended up finding it again in a low grade. This is a low grade, but for cheaper, obviously. So this is, actually, you can't really see it. It's not, the bagging is so thick that it's hard to see. I'm going to rip it off, actually, because I'm kind of excited to get it out. Okay. I'm going to just take it out of out of the plastic. There's so much plastic. Okay, so this is it. More fun comics. And yes, it is rough. It is really rough. It is a low grade. It's a 1.0 complete. That's the big thing. But this book is just ultra rare, and it's ultra hot right now. This is a book that has really jumped up in price. This is from 1940, so it's a very old book. It is it's an early superhero book. It's not the first appearance of the Spectre. His first appearance is in 52, but this is the first appearance of Dr. Fate. So it's a very important character. Dr. Fate, he's in the video games. He's going to be in the next Black Adam movie. And I actually like Dr. Fate. He's one of my favorite characters. He's just kind of a cool character. So yeah, so this is the first appearance of Dr. Fate. So I love these first appearances from the Golden Age, and it's a rare, hard to find book, and it is one that is just going crazy on the market. So actually, I saw when I bought this, I actually saw it up on Heritage, and it sold for 8,000 on Heritage in this grade, same grade. And I was like, oh man, just like I had a top bid of 6,000. That was that was where I was going to go. And it just kept on going. I was like, oh man, there's no way I'm going to pay that much for it. But somebody had it on eBay, and they also had it at 8,000 as well. So I was like, oh man, I don't want to pay 8,000. Let's see but he had or best offer. And I talked him down to the 6,000 that I actually wanted to pay. So I thought that was really great. So I got it for a good price, considering it just had sold on the exact same day on Heritage for 2,000 more. So to get it for the price that I did, I was quite happy. So this is More Fun Comics number 55 from 1940. So really great comic, major Grail. But that's not it. Actually, there's more. I told you this is a big unboxing in terms of Grails. This is, there's more. There's more to see. And I'm going to show you other ones. I'm not sure if these are the ones, but you'll see. Okay. Yeah, okay. So the next one I'm going to show you is not a major Grail, but it is a cool comic. And it's this one. I had to get it out of the plastic. I'm just going to put that over there. So it's this one. And this is Chevelle Noir, which is like a Dark Horse comic from 1989. And again, this is Dave Stevens art. That's the only reason I got it. I actually wanted to get more slabs with Dave Stevens art, so that's why. I'm actually trying to create a little wall with like Dave Stevens art and some of his kind of good girl art. Chevelle Noir is not meant for kids kind of comic, so this is kind of a cool one. Nice, sexy, good girl art from Dave Stevens. So you can notice that I'm trying to build my Dave Stevens art collection. Okay, but the next book is a mega Grail, and is in my opinion, it is probably the biggest Grail from the Seduction of the Innocent. So there's lots of comics in the Seduction of the Innocent, and this one is probably the most rare, the most sought after, the one that people most often associate with the Seduction of the Innocent. And in the Seduction of the Innocent, there's actually a full page devoted to this one comic, where it's a panel, like they actually did a panel where they show the cover of this comic. And that's actually the reason why it was mentioned in the Seduction of the Innocent. And it's this one right here, Reform School Girl. And it's just a really great cover. I guess there was a earlier like paperback that had the same cover. And I've seen that paperback actually on Heritage auctions, usually sell for a couple $1,000s. This is a low grade. It's still a pretty pricey book. But it's a really classic cover. And the reason it was mentioned in the Seduction of the Innocent is for the cover. That it basically, they seduced succumb to temptation. This is a story of youth gone wrong. So it's sort of about corruption of kids, and and that's just sort of really exemplifies the whole seduction of the innocent. That there's this corruption of kids, and it's a comic doing that. Um, so it's kind of an interesting one. It's a graphic story of boys and girls running in the wild in violence-ridden slums of today. So it's kind of interesting. Another kind of cool fact about this book is the girl. This is a photo cover. She was actually a Canadian figure skater. That's just a side note, and it's just kind of a cool comic. So this is from 1951. And just a really great comic. As I said, this is a mega grail. I'm actually going to put it on my wall behind me. So in future videos, you'll see this book on the wall because it is such a major grail. Okay, now we got one last mystery one. I have no idea what this is. And this one is a little bit harder to get out because it's well wrapped. Okay, it's a big book, I can tell you that. Oh wow, I didn't realize it was this big of a book. I know what this one is, but I didn't realize what it was. I didn't realize it was that big of a book. One second, I gotta get it out. It's well taped. Okay, this is another Dave Stevens one, and this is just this is the Treasury edition. It's just a huge book. It's quite big. You can see that it's quite large, and it's a Dave Stevens cover. It's like a special one. Just a really cool, large size, large format. Jetpack edition. So Jetpack is one of those companies that creates these kind of variant covers for a lot of the books that have been published before. And this is just it's pretty rare to find this one. And it's just a really great one. Actually, I bought these directly from Jetpack. So I actually bought a bunch of stuff from them. For example, the Suicide Girls and some of the other Dave Stevens ones where it was like the panel covers, those were all from one order from Jetpack. So yeah, they were very good about sending these. So yeah, I think they have a few still left on eBay. I'm not sure, but they were really great covers. So the interesting thing about the Rocketeer, so the Rocketeer was created by Dave Stevens, and the girl in it, her name is Betty. His girlfriend is Betty. And really what Dave Stevens was doing was he was creating an homage to Betty Page. And Betty Page is like sort of a famous 50s pinup star. And he really wanted the girl in this to look like Betty Page, the model. And so, that's what Betty Page looked like. She had that kind of style hair. That was her big thing. And just very famous, kind of a bombshell kind of girl. So really great cover. And that is the unboxing. That is my Stackry unboxing. Lots of really great stuff. I'm super excited about the more fun comics. This one just... so hard to get this one in my collection. Finally, to have it, I'm super excited. So that has been another unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again for watching. Please check out my Instagram. You'll see so many of the cool things that I'm picking up. And check out my community tab. I'm posting some stuff there as well, some interesting things. And thanks again. Please subscribe and also like and comment. I appreciate that kind of stuff. Thanks. Bye.